Hi guys, so today I have a very exciting video for you. The list for the most popular names for babies for 2014 in England and Wales was finally released in August. And I have never actually done a full overview of the UK list before, so I thought it would be fun to start a yearly tradition of reviewing that list, just like I do with the US list that comes out in May of every year. And I had so much fun going through these names and seeing how they were similar and different to the top names in the United States. So I will be sharing some of those similarities and differences in this video, as well as some of the trends that I found interesting among the top names from the UK. So without further ado, here are the top 10 girls' names from England and Wales for 2014. So at number 10 for girls was Sophie. Sophie is the French variant of Sophia. Sophia is more popular for girls in the US, and Sophie is more popular in the UK. In the US, Sophie is ranked number 91. At number 9 was Lily. Lily is number 27 in the US. At number 8 was Jessica. This one surprised me because when I think of the name Jessica, I usually associate it with people who were born in the 1970s to the 1990s. I think of it as a little bit dated actually, but in the UK it is still in the top 10. And in the US it is number 179. Number 7 was Isabella. Isabella is number 4 in the US, so not a huge difference there. Ava was number 6. Ava is number 5 in the US. People all over the world are loving Ava. Poppy was number 5. Poppy is not even in the top 1,000 in the US. It's ranked 1,055. But with people loving P names like Penelope and Piper, I think that Poppy is definitely going to rise in popularity in the US. I'm not sure if it will ever be a top 10 name, but I do think that it will rise in popularity. Number 4 was Emily. Emily was number 7 in the US. And number 3 was Isla. Isla is a Scottish name that means island, so having it be a Scottish name might have something to do with it being a little more popular in England and Wales and a little less popular in the US, where it's number 150. Olivia was number 2, and it was also number 2 in the US. And the number 1 name for girls in England and Wales for 2014 was Amelia. And that is still something that I'm trying to wrap my brain around, that my name is number 1 in anywhere in the world. It's currently number 15 in the US. I definitely understand the appeal of the name. I love my name. I've always loved my name. I love that it is a 4-syllable name that sounds princessy but still kind of has a strong sound to it, and it has a great meaning. It's a German name and it means industrious or striving or hardworking. There's the great Amelia Earhart Association. You can get so many different nicknames from Amelia, but you don't necessarily have to shorten it. I've never really gone by a nickname except when there are little ones who have trouble saying my name. Oftentimes I'll go by Mia, but for adults usually I just go by Amelia. I just think that it's a really great name. I do understand why it is so popular, but to see it at number 1 with over 5,000 girls being given this name is still a little bit mind-boggling for me. But that is the number 1 name for girls in England and Wales. So now moving on to some trends that I noticed when I was looking at the list of top names from England and Wales. One trend I noticed was that they love to use nicknames as full names. They don't have this idea that we seem to have in North America that if you want to use a nickname, you are going to give the child a full name. and then just call them a nickname, they will just put the nickname right on the birth certificate. So some nickname names that I thought were really interesting or cute include Evie, which was at number 14. It's all the way down at 501 in the US. Millie, which is at number 29. It's at 505 in the US. Elsie, which I think is adorable, was at number 32, and it's at 336 in the US. Molly was at number 41. It's a little bit higher in the US. It's at number 122. Lottie is at number 84, which is the nickname for Charlotte. It's all the way down at 2,611, although I do think that it will rise in popularity in the US because of the popularity of Charlotte going up. Nancy is at number 90, and it is at number 752 in the US. Tilly is at number 110, and it's at number 2,623 in the US. Bonnie, which is adorable, is at number 142, and it's at number 866 in the US. Betsy is at number 144. It's all the way down at 1621 in the US. And Frankie, which is one I love as a nickname for Francis, is at number 162, and it's all the way down at 1155 in the US. I also noticed that they had quite a few very, very gorgeous Arabic names in their top 200. Please forgive me if I do pronounce any of these wrong. Zara was at number 67. Miriam was at number 74. Aisha was at number 76. Fatima was at number 102. I've always loved the name Fatima. My brother went to school with a girl named Fatima, and I always thought it was so beautiful. Zainab was at 131. Amira was at 179. Khadija was at number 187. And Amina was at 198. And then finally, I noticed they had a lot of these classically cool names that really sounded like they could have stepped off the pages of a novel about a British girls' boarding school. They just have this really, really fun British sound to them. Alice was at number 25. Lucy was at number 30. Imogen was at number 34. Imogen is not even in the top 1,000 in the US. It's all the way down at number 1,414. Matilda was at number 36. Eleanor was at number 60. Harriet was at number 61. Harriet is one you almost have to say in a British accent. And Harriet is not in the top 1,000 in the US either. It's all the way down at 1,658. Beatrice was at number 91. Eloise was at 112. Georgina was at 178. And Tabitha was at 191. I adore so many of these boys' names that I'm about to talk about, so just putting that out there. So the top 10 boys' names in England and Wales. At number 10 was William. Such a handsome classic name. William is number 5 in the US right now, so not a huge difference in popularity there. Number 9 was James. James is actually number 9 in popularity in the US as well. It's a Hebrew name that means supplanter. It's just your most classic, handsome boy's name. You really can't go wrong with James. Oscar is at number 8. I love the name Oscar. It's an Irish name that means dear lover, and I've always thought it would be really cute to have brothers named Oscar and Philip, because Oscar means dear lover and Philip means lover of horses. So if you're an animal lover, I think that would be the cutest names for brothers. Anyways, moving on. George is at number 7. George is currently at number 134 in the US. Thomas is at number 6. Thomas is at 54 in the US. Charlie is at number 5. It's at 225 in the US. Jacob is at number 4. It is also at number 4 in the US. Harry is at number 3. It is at number 714 in the US. Jack is at number 2. It's number 41 in the US. And Oliver is at number 1. It's at number 32 in the US. But I definitely see Oliver rising in popularity in the US and probably eventually becoming a top 10 name, because it is just a name that is so well loved and so well rounded. People just really love that name. So I definitely noticed some trends for boys' names as well. The first one that I noticed was that old man or grandpa names, that they are definitely reviving those and bringing those back into fashion. So some of those included Arthur, which was at number 41. Harvey, which is at number 48. Harvey still just sounds kind of old-fashioned to me. I have a pharmacist named Harvey, but I think it would be very, very cute on a little boy. Stanley is at number 60. Hugo is at number 70. Hugo, I love that name. I love names that end in O. Frederick is number 81. Albert is at number 84. Albert was my great grandfather's name, yes. Ellis was at number 94. Alfred was at number 125. Arlo was at number 141. Rupert was at number 166. And in the US, Rupert is all the way down at 5,616. And then Barnaby was at 199, and Barnaby is not even on the radar in the US. It's all the way down at 7,552. For boys, they are loving their nickname names as well. Alfie was at number 12, which is insane because in the US it is at number 8,753. I don't see Alfie being one that we're going to hear much in the US at all, but Alfie is really, really cute, and I would love to meet a little British boy named Alfie. I just think that is so cute. Archie was number 17. Freddie was number 20. Toby was number 42. Frankie was number 64. Frankie is being used for both boys and girls in England and Wales. I think it's super adorable. Teddy was number 66. Bobby was number 71. Ollie was number 74. I think Ollie is adorable, especially as a nickname for Oliver. Theo was number 37. I love Theo. I love names that end in O. Ronnie was number 86, and Sunny was number 94. And a little thing that I found interesting, a little fun fact, is that there were 5 different spellings of Mohammed in the top 200 for England and Wales. So that was my overview of the top names for England and Wales for 2014. Let me know if this is something you would be interested in seeing me do every year, kind of like I do with the list for the United States. I know that there are some other countries that put out lists every year, so if there's another country that you would like me to maybe do an overview of their list, let me know in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you later. Bye.